love the Eagles as much as we do, then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. Let's be honest, Eagles fans have known for years that Jordan Mailata is a force of nature for the rest of the NFL world, though he's been one of the league's best-kept secrets. That's changing, big time. After years of flying under the radar, Mailata has finally broken through the wall of mainstream recognition. For the first time in his career, the towering left tackle has made it onto the NFL's top 100 list, coming in at number 69. And if you ask any Eagles fan, that number might still be too low for what he brings to the field. What makes this moment even more special is the journey Mailata has taken to get here. We're talking about a guy who didn't play a single snap of American football before being drafted. A former rugby player from Australia, picked in the 7th round back in 2018. With raw talent, size, and strength, but absolutely no traditional background in the sport. Most 7th rounders don't stick around. Mailata didn't just stick, he became a cornerstone. He didn't touch the field until 2020, but when he did, it was impossible to ignore. Since then, he hasn't given up that left tackle spot, starting in 69 of 74 games. Last season, despite missing 5 games, Mailata was nothing short of dominant. He allowed just 1.5 sacks across the entire year, the fewest among all left tackles with at least 350 pass-blocking snaps. Let that sink in, on a line designed to keep Jalen Hurts upright in open lanes for Saquon Barkley. Mailata delivered. He was a bulldozer in the run game and a brick wall in pass protection. And the best part, he finally got some recognition, earning second-team All-Pro honors, and even receiving votes for the Associated Press Offensive Player of the Year. That's nearly unheard of for an offensive lineman. He also achieved something monumental, his first Super Bowl ring. The Eagles' championship run wasn't just about Hurts' legs or Barkley's explosiveness. It was about the guys up front winning battles in the trenches and on the left side of that line. It was Mailata leading the charge, play after play. Still, the craziest part of all this, the man has never been selected to a Pro Bowl, not once. No first-team All-Pro, no big accolades that reflect the way he dominates week after week. But that narrative is changing, finally. Pro Football Focus ranked him as the number 1 tackle in the entire league, not top 5, not top 3, number 1. That's not fan bias. That's based on the data, on the tape, on the real impact he has on the field. Even entering the 2025 season, Mailata holds the 5th best odds to win the new Protector of the Year award. That's not just recognition, that's validation, and when you look at his full body of work, it's clear that validation has been overdue. There's also something magnetic about Mailata beyond the field. Eagles fans don't just love him for his power and technique, they love him for his humility. This is a 6'8", 360-pound behemoth who could crush defensive linemen with a shrug, and then steal the show with his singing voice. That's right, his voice. The man can belt out ballads like a professional. There's an authenticity to him that people connect with. From his rugby roots to his relentless work ethic to his personality off the field, ESPN recently dug into what makes the Eagles' current roster so lethal. Their conclusion: the offensive tackles, with Jordan Mailata on the left and Lane Johnson on the right, are the biggest strength of the team. Think about that for a second. On a roster filled with stars, with a quarterback like Hurts, with a running back like Barkley, with elite pass catchers and a dominant defense, the analysts still pointed to Mailata and Johnson as the top advantage. That's saying something. Mike Clay and the rest of the ESPN analyst crew even ranked the Eagles' overall starting lineup as the 2nd best in the entire league. Why? Because of the trenches, because of guys like Mailata, who graded among the best in pass block win rate and run block win rate in back-to-back seasons. That's elite consistency, that's dominance, and that's what championship teams are built on. The respect for Mailata is coming in waves now, every week. It seems like there's a new ranking, a new analyst, a new list highlighting just how good he is. Lane Johnson, who has long been a staple of offensive line excellence in the league, is still getting his props. He's been to 6 Pro Bowls, made multiple first-team All-Pro appearances, and continues to play at a Hall of Fame level. But now, Mailata is finally being mentioned in the same breath. And sometimes ahead of Johnson, the debate is starting to stir. Who's the better tackle right now, Mailata or Johnson? It's a fascinating question. Johnson has the legacy, Mailata is building his, but based on recent performance, Mailata is catching up fast. And considering his age and trajectory, the sky might be the limit. He's not just a guy holding his own. He's a guy who might dominate the league for the next half-decade. The Eagles' offensive line has been the foundation of their success. For years now, their ability to run the football, to keep Hurts protected, to impose their will on defenses, that all starts up front. And while the entire line deserves credit, it's the tackles, those bookends, that set the tone. Mailata, especially, has become a tone setter when he steps on the field. You can feel the energy shift. Defensive ends don't just have to beat a man, they have to solve a puzzle that includes raw power, quick feet, and impeccable technique, and now that the spotlight is starting to catch up to him, the pressure is only going to increase. Opponents will study him more, analysts will dissect every snap, awards will hinge on every performance. But if his past few seasons are any indication, Mailata isn't just ready for that. He's built for it. The noise won't shake him. The expectations won't break him. If anything, they'll push him to even greater heights. So as we enter the 2025 season, keep your eyes on number 68. The man who used to be overlooked is now front and center. No more flying under the radar, no. More quiet dominance. Jordan Mailata is here, and everyone's starting to take notice. And here's the thing about Jordan Mailata, he's still just getting started. For all the praise and rankings and numbers we've thrown around, it feels like we're only now scratching the surface of what he can become. The leap he made over the past 2 seasons was massive. He went from a solid starter to an elite lineman. But the way he talks about the game, the way he trains, the way he carries himself, you can tell this is someone who's not satisfied yet. He knows he's capable of more. And with the tools he has, that's scary for every other defense in the league. Let's not forget what kind of athlete we're talking about. Mailata isn't just a big body. He moves like a tight end, bends like a linebacker, and brings the power of a nose tackle. That's what makes him such a mismatch for edge rushers. Most guys coming off the edge rely on speed or leverage or technique. But Mailata neutralizes all of that. He's fast enough to slide with them, strong enough to absorb the bull rush, and smart enough to anticipate their next move. That's a rare blend. And it's why so few defenders can beat him clean. Coaches across the league have taken notice. You hear it in post-game interviews and behind-the-scenes clips. Defensive coordinators pointing out how tough it is to get pressure from Hurts' blind side. That's Mailata's work. Week after week, he's holding it down without making noise. No penalties, no drama, no need for the spotlight, just pure dominance. And when you combine that with the chemistry he's developed with the rest of the offensive line, especially Lane Johnson, it creates a wall that quarterbacks dream of. The duo of Mailata and Johnson has quietly become one of the most important parts of Philadelphia's championship formula. You don't win in the playoffs, especially not in cold weather, gritty NFC matchups, without an offensive line that can impose its will. And when you look back at the Eagles' most crucial wins over the past 2 seasons, it's always the same thing, the offensive line taking over in the fourth quarter. That's not a coincidence. That's Mailata and company setting the tone, wearing down defenders, and sealing games with power and precision. There's also the cultural impact of a player like Mailata. Coming from a non-traditional football background, he's breaking barriers in a league that rarely gives guys like him a real shot. He didn't come up through Pop Warner. He didn't play college ball. He didn't have the pedigree. But he had heart, drive, and the patience to sit and learn. And now, he's paving a path for future athletes outside the U.S. who dream of playing in the NFL. It's not just about what he's doing on the field. It's about what he represents. The message is clear. If you have the talent and the work ethic, you can make it, no matter where you come from. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a twist that has NFL insiders buzzing, whispers are growing louder that Aaron Donald, widely regarded as one of the most dominant defensive players in league history, may have abandoned retirement plans in favor of a blockbuster move joining the Philadelphia Eagles. While nothing has been officially confirmed, multiple sources close to the situation suggest a mega deal may be in the works, positioning Donald as the latest weapon in the Eagles' already intimidating defensive arsenal. Just months ago, the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year hinted at walking away from the game at the peak of his powers after a storied career with the Los Angeles Rams, capped by a Super Bowl victory and countless accolades. Many believed Donald was ready to step away, But in true NFL fashion, it seems the story is far from over, according to insiders. The Eagles, who have made aggressive off-season moves in recent years, may have convinced Donald to give it one more shot, this time in green and white. The prospect of playing in a Super Bowl-caliber roster under a defensive-minded coaching staff could have reignited his competitive fire. And with the Eagles looking to fill the leadership and impact void left by aging veterans, Donald's arrival would send a clear message. Philadelphia is all in for a title run. Though team officials remain tight-lipped and no formal statements have been issued, social media is ablaze with speculation. Donald himself has neither confirmed nor denied the reports, only fueling the frenzy. Fans and analysts alike are dissecting every tweet, every sideline appearance, every cryptic quote. If the rumors prove true, this could be one of the most shocking comebacks and signings in recent memory. Aaron Donald, not retired, but reborn as the new monster of the Eagles' defense. Stay tuned. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.